The Pittsburgh Steelers shouldn't care or give a damn what Kenny Pickett thinks whenever they start Mason Rudolph ahead of him here in Seattle. Welcome back to Mike Drop Sports, everybody. I'm Jason. Let's talk about that. That seems to be a big topic of conversation right now. What is happening to Kenny Pickett if Mason Rudolph starts? What does Kenny think about this whole situation? What if Kenny's healthy? So what if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers? And I know that sounds harsh, and I know there's Kenny supporters out there. I'm one of them. I want to see Kenny Pickett succeed. However, if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, there should only be one concern right now, and that's playing winning football. And whichever quarterback gives you that chance, whichever quarterback lets you have a more confident offense that's able to move the football and not stall out every time and give you 3 and outs consistently throughout the football game to where your defense has its back against the wall, they're wore out, and they're unable to complete and play a full football game, you have to go with that guy. You cannot worry yourself about what Kenny Pickett thinks. Who cares? And if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, I wouldn't worry about Kenny Pickett's confidence moving into 2024. This isn't 2024, folks. This is 2023. I wouldn't give a shit if Kenny Pickett loses confidence, because shame on you, Kenny, if you do. Then you're not a true professional. Keep your head and eyes straight forward. Keep your mouth zipped and fight for what you want. You saw Mason Rudolph wait now 6 years to gain this opportunity, and he went out and he played well and he earned himself another start. Does that mean in any way, shape, or form that Mason Rudolph should be considered the future of the franchise? Absolutely not. But for right now, here in 2023, you have to give yourself the best effort or the best opportunity to win football games. And right now, Kenny Pickett doesn't provide you that. Kenny Pickett isn't giving you that chance, at least right this second, in the immediate future. And that is what the NFL is, folks. A what have you done for me lately type league. Not, oh, we're going to plan for the future. Not right now. This is 2023. You're in a playoff race. You're in a fight to get into the playoffs. Give yourself a chance. A lot of fans say, oh, they don't deserve to be in the playoffs. Who cares if you think that they don't deserve to be in the playoffs? They need to fight and act like they're gonna get there, because the minute you breathe that bullcrap attitude of you don't deserve this or you shouldn't be there, that's a loser's mentality. You can't have that in the NFL. You can't have that if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, a franchise that has been built on being tough and always fighting and never giving up. If you want that to be your mantra, your image, you have to fight and you have to keep moving and you have to portray that image inside that building, inside that locker room, that if you're a Pittsburgh Steeler, you don't quit. You don't give up. You play the best players available at that time. Yes, Kenny Pickett could be the man later down the road. He could be franchise one quarterback, the QB1. But right now, Kenny hasn't played to that level. Kenny still needs to develop. I know he was an older quarterback coming into the league, guys. I know he probably, in theory, should be farther ahead, but he just came out of college. He wasn't a pro. He's going to have to take the same amount of time as a lot of other guys. Everybody doesn't come out of college being that all-pro guy, that world beater type guy that you just plug and play. Everybody doesn't do that. Every quarterback doesn't have that happen for them. And Kenny Pickett has to realize that right now is the time that he has to build. He has to start and learn how to be a pro, how to handle yourself, how to stay in that pocket, how to deliver footballs in tight spots, how to guide this team when the chips are on the line. Yes, he's had some amazing moments in the fourth quarter. I have to give that to Kenny Pickett. But it's not consistent enough. You can't constantly be playing football to where you need to come back in the fourth quarter. That isn't a consistent winning formula, because you're going to win some and lose some of them ball games. Those are crapshoot type ball games, and you don't want to be in those every week. You want to have some weeks to where you win when you're supposed to win. Have decisive wins when you're supposed to have them. And if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers right now, it's more important than ever to put a message out to this offense that you were there to fight and that you were there to make everybody have the greatest opportunity that they can to succeed, to put up the numbers that they want, to win ball games, to get playoff success. And if you're the Steelers and you don't do that and you bench Mason Rudolph now for Kenny Pickett and put Kenny Pickett back in because no one loses their job due to injury, I don't like that bullshit either. If you go out and you're injured, you lose your job because somebody's playing better, that's just the way it goes. It is what it is. Get back in the backup role and fight your way back up the ladder. You'll get your opportunity eventually. And if any of you think that Mason Rudolph will be a Pittsburgh Steeler next year, I think you're probably mistaken, because I think Mason Rudolph is probably going to go somewhere else where he knows that he's going to have that opportunity, at least to be the solid number 2, the backup guy. Maybe the Pittsburgh Steelers portray that to Mason Rudolph and say, hey man, we're going to make you, no matter what, the number 2. You're coming in here to compete for that starting job. Maybe that sways Mason Rudolph's decision, but the Steelers are going to end up having to pay a little bit of money for that. And with the cap situation, the way the Steelers are in terms financially, are they willing to do that? Or do they want to put all their confidence inside Kenny Pickett and allow him to continue to develop? I think they're going to go with Kenny Pickett in 2024. But if you're the Steelers, you have to bring in competition. You have to bring in someone to battle Kenny. Someone to push Kenny. Excuse me. You have to make that environment to where Kenny is going to grow. Kenny is going to succeed under a new offensive coordinator and perhaps a new head coach. We don't know. But reports say that the Steelers are interested in signing Mike Tomlin to an extension yet again. So does that mean that Kenny Pickett is going to be under the same type of bullshit vanilla offense? I don't know. It's going to depend on who Mike Tomlin brings in as the offensive coordinator, and hopefully it's from somebody that's outside of this building. That's the hope. I like Eddie Faulkner. I think he's an amazing coach. But I think the Steelers still need to have some new life breathed into this offense, some new techniques, some new ways of motions, and ways of setting up scheme, and ways to attack defenses in today's NFL and bring it up into the times. I just have one thing, though, to say in this video, and that was that Kenny Pickett and the Steelers don't need to agree on what's going on. And if you're Kenny Pickett, you just got to be a pro, guys. You just got to be that guy that fights for his team and doesn't bitch and complain when you lose your job. You just go back to work and you become better. That's the thing that these players around you want to see in a leader. A guy that's never going to quit, a guy that's going to continue to battle, and that's what gets you credit inside that locker room. That's what gets you that credit as a leader. And it may be corny or cliche to everybody, or they think that it's just blowing smoke up your ass, whatever. But this is how it works. You fight for what you want. You show the others you're not going to quit. And you lead by example. Not through the media, not through talking trash. And I don't think Kenny Pickett has done that. He gave one weird answer that some blew up into absolutely... tried to make it something, and it wasn't, guys. It really wasn't. But people, will take every little word they say and try to make it something that it isn't. I'm at fault for that at times myself. But the Pittsburgh Steelers don't give a shit what Kenny Pickett has to say. They don't give a shit how Kenny Pickett feels. And if you're a fan, you shouldn't either. That's just my opinion. You're allowed your own. These are just opinion pieces. Again, don't crucify me for it, because I'm just giving you my opinion on the situation. And Kenny Pickett, if he does get another opportunity in 2023, he better seize the moment and come out and have some pocket presence, be able to stand inside that pocket and not bail early, not have those happy feet, be able to start reading the defenses a little bit, have some more comfortability, because that's what's going to take to beat out Mason Rudolph right now, who's poised in the pocket. And that's what made that Steelers offense go. Yeah, we're not going to compare really anything to that preseason that the Steelers had, but it was dominant. And when you saw Kenny Pickett in the preseason, you didn't see those happy feet. You didn't see that uncomfortable nature inside the pocket. He stood in there and delivered the football. But he hasn't done that so far in the regular season, and that's why the Steelers' offense was so successful during the preseason. That was because Kenny Pickett had that poise that Mason Rudolph is showing now here late in the season, here and going into week 17. And that's just the facts, guys. There is no more about it. There is no magic formula that's out there that's going to fix Kenny Pickett other than poise. You have to be comfortable. It's a real simple solution. And you ever hear that KISS method? Keep it simple, stupid. That's exactly what it is. The KISS method. Use that if you're Kenny Pickett. Go back to your fundamentals. Be able to stand in the pocket. And then your athletic ability, your ability to be able to move outside the pocket and run the football, that is your extra gear. That is your extra thing that you can do. But right now, you have to worry about being that pocket passer and being able to see down the field. That's where it starts. You have to give that offensive line the ability to know where you're going to be. And you saw them all praise Mason Rudolph for that. That allowed them to play 1,000 times better. Yes, you still have holes. Mason Cole is a turd, dude. An absolute turd. And I don't know how he's still employed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But here we are in week 17, and we got to ride with who we got. And I'm going to have to cheer for the dude. Do I think he sucks? Absolutely. He's horrible. Dan Moore Jr., horrible. Absolutely horrible. Now they have some guys. James Daniels, Isaac Sumalu, Broderick Jones. Those guys are holding this offensive line together right now. And they're just dragging the other two along. Do the Steelers have a ton of options? Absolutely no. They don't. And I'm not saying they do, and I'm not saying there's some magic fix for it. But the Steelers in the offseason need to consider finding another tackle, move Broderick back to left, finding a center that actually can play some damn football and not roll the football back. You saw it even with Mason Rudolph against the Cincinnati Bengals. Bad snap after bad snap. Mason shouldn't have to dance around or go down low or go up high for the football. It breaks plays immediately. It kills you from the start, and just lucky enough, Mason Rudolph got enough decent snaps that he was able to overcome the bad ones. But again, guys, this video is all about Kenny Pickett and why the Steelers shouldn't give a shit what he says. And moving into Sunday's game against the Seattle Seahawks, you have to go in there laser focused, guys. Laser focused. We talked about it in the video yesterday. Laser focus, aggression to the max, and never take your foot off the gas. That's what the Steelers have to do moving forward, because guess what, guys? They are in a win and move on, or you lose and it's over scenario for the entirety of the remaining games here in 2023. Could they get a playoff game? It's the same thing. Every game here from now on is a playoff game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it should be treated like that. We will probably never see them at home again. They're going to have to be road warriors. They are going to have to go on the road and try to catch that Lombardi trophy, and the odds are that it wouldn't happen. The odds are that they aren't going to make the playoffs, but we have to back this team and see what they can come up with. And let's see if they can fight. We saw a Steelers team in 2005 beat all the odds from the 6th seed. Beat everything. Everybody said they were out. They were done. They suck. And there they came. They fought and they continued to stay together, and they made it to the Super Bowl. Yes, you're going to have some luck on your side. And am I saying that this 2023 Steelers team is that 2005 team? Is it built the same? Absolutely not. But they're going to have to find their own way to stick together, their own way to fight. And if you're Cameron Hayward, be that leader. You're about out of tries to go catch that Lombardi. You're about out of time. And you need to pull this group together and really fight and hope and pray that you get a chance to get in that tournament and make a splash, make some noise, and make some moves in the 2023 AFC playoffs. All right, guys, thanks for stopping through for this video. I appreciate it so much. Continue to comment. Continue to share these videos. We are growing so much, and I am beyond humbled. You guys are awesome. You guys, your thoughts are amazing. The way you guys comment with actual real knowledge is just amazing to me, and I love it. I love the way you guys speak. I love the way you guys articulate what you're trying to say about the Steelers football team with knowledge and passion, and that is awesome to have here in our community here on YouTube. And as it grows, it will continue to add more and more great people to the conversation, and continue to build this conversation over many years, hopefully, to where we can just keep building it and keep growing and keep having a great time together as we talk Steelers. Yes, we may have differing opinions at times, but that's okay, because that's what we're here for, is to have conversations. Some may get mad sometimes, but that's okay. We're not going to go crazy and bash people or anything here on this channel. At least I'm not going to. And if I see it, I try to intervene a little bit. But so far, everybody is awesome, man. Everybody's great. Being adults, know how to really conversate and not attack each other, and that's a great value to have if you're a person. So until next time, guys, this is Mike Drub Sports. I'm Jason. Like I said, like and share the videos. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Continue to support us and continue to help us grow. So until the next one, peace.